This shot is really ugly.
It's disgusting. I just want to get some color in the background and already much better.
Already better?
All we need to do is bring in one light to make your face pop.
Alrighty, Eric, you wanna give us a little vlog?
Welcome to my aunt's house. And I need something to do. Please.
Hey, what is going on, Indie Mogul? My name is Ted, and today we are talking about how to light and set up a YouTube video. And today we are on set, we got our masks on, and we're gonna show you how to make a shot that looks like this into this. And to go over this today, we got my buddy over here, Eric Lombart. What is up, dude?
Ted.
How's it going?
It's great.
Eric shoots a lot of stuff. He's a cinematographer here in Los Angeles, but some of his YouTube lighting setups are insanely good, so cannot think of a better person to talk about this topic today. So, Eric, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
So, this shot is really ugly.
It's disgusting.
It's really bad.
Let's fix it. So what I'm seeing is empty walls, empty set, nothing too interesting to look at. I'm seeing a big blown out window, and I'm seeing when you're sitting in the shot that your face is very dark compared to the blown out, disgusting background.
So, to answer a couple of people's questions today, yes, we are on a set. However, we have done this exactly to mimic really any setup that you're doing at home in your living room or something like this. Going through these and try to solve these in an actual controlled environment is the best way to learn how to actually deal with it in real life. So, what are we changing first?
Okay, so first we want to make the background look more interesting. We want to try to control the amount of light coming in through this window. That's all going to happen with just set deck. No lighting required. I'm seeing the natural lighting that exists in the room already, saying how can I work with it, and then what can I do to manipulate what we have in order to make it work. I think the easiest way to solve this would be put up some curtains.
Okay, sounds good. So, we got some curtains here today. We got some yellow curtains,
Okay.
whipping out something new.
That will complement the blue walls very nicely. Give us a little color contrast. A lot of times what's really nice is to have some shears behind the curtains so that you can actually diffuse whatever's in the background anyway. Because let's say there's a bunch of stuff outside the window, might not look that great, so you can put up some shears and kind of like just give it an overall white look, and then put the curtains up to help control the amount coming in. Already much better.
Already better?
Your face is still a little dark though, and also we definitely still need to set deck the background to make it prettier.
Okay, so we got some stuff here in the studio today.
Plants make a world of difference. They will do a lot for you.
This is a fake plant from IKEA.
Doesn't matter.
This is a plant from my house called Dumb Cane.
It's not dumb.
It's not dumb.
It's not dumb
great,
at all.
right?
It
I
will help
agree.
us greatly.
I agree. You're a very smart plant. Okay, so when you place these plants, what are you thinking of right now?
I just want to get some color in the background, and I want to position them like, so this one's bigger, so we'd probably position it in a place where it'll look
Get
more
some space.
balanced. Yeah.
Okay, so right now, there's like some clutter here. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff.
Put that there, this one. Well, we want some paintings on the wall, because it's just a
Okay.
big blue space up there.
All right.
This big blue space, gross.
So you wanna fill the walls with something. So basically just like any time that you have a big, open, empty wall, put something on it.
Put something up.
Just put something
Fill it
on
in,
Yeah.
make it interesting.
Yeah, how are we looking? I'm gonna come back here.
Looking lovely. I'm gonna slightly adjust this shot
Okay.
to make sure that the pictures are kind of even in the frame. This plant is filling in that blue space down there, which is nice because it's higher. We can probably move this practical over to the right. So wait, let's see. Let's kind of like place these. What I'm seeing is that it is still a little bright coming through. Now, if you look at this curtain over here, this is looking a little too bright. It's kind of blown out. So we might want to control this other window with another curtain.
Sounds good, so let's bring that down. I like what the light is doing to the plant though.
I agree. I think we definitely want the plant to be lit
Yeah.
because it looks
Nice
nice.
in the
You want a little
sun.
contrast
Yeah.
to help make that look dynamic again. We can flag off the background with a curtain instead of using actual grip gear. You just kind of keep tweaking things, but it's still in the light, but you can see it better.
Okay, so.
This is a little empty now.
It is a little empty.
That back corner, the right back corner looks a little empty to me.
And it makes sense because the light is coming from the left here, but it kind of falls off over here.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
we have this
so-
dark spot over here too.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do?
We could put a practical there.
Put a practical there. So
Yeah.
what is a practical for people that don't know?
Practical is a light that is in frame. So it's probably a bulb or anything that would be naturally, it's just anything that's not a film light in the frame that can be used as an actual source or just as decoration in the background.
So we got this lamp over here next to the piano. Now, generally speaking, when you have a light in frame, it's gonna be too bright and it's gonna blow out. So you gotta make sure that your bulbs are actually LED dimmable. Tungsten lights, if you have like old filament style bulbs, those bulbs will also dim, right?
They dim, yeah.
And then LEDs, some of them dim, some of them do not dim. So make sure you look it up, make sure that it does dim properly, otherwise you're gonna get this kind of weird flickering effect. So that is important. If you're going to use any household lamps, especially as practicals, you are going to need a dimmer. These are super affordable. Patch this in, I'm gonna plug this in the back, and you wanna turn that on? That's a little crazy.
Okay, yeah, so it's lighting up the background too much. The bulbs are totally blown out, so let's go ahead and...
Covering a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, so we'll have to position it so that it's in a nice spot. Actually, maybe there's this space in the wall, actually.
Yeah.
So we can kind of move this to like fill in that space.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's pretty
I think
good.
that looks good.
The background is so pretty.
It's looking way better than when we first started.
That was really fast.
Not too bad, yeah. I mean, like set deck goes a really long way.
Yeah.
I think, especially when you don't have a lot of lights to work with, set deck may be even more important.
And harness the windows that you have in
Exactly.
the right way.
We've set our exposure to the ambient light in the room. Once you have set deck done, let's check it out. Your face looks lovely, it just looks too dark. Now everything in the background is balanced. All we need to do is bring in one light to make your face pop, balance it with the background, and give you a little eye light. So we're bringing in a light to light your face. It's a film light, it's bright enough to kind of help us balance with the windows. Turn it on.
Okay, so hold on, I don't understand, Eric. That's a beautiful, expensive light. Why do I look?
Oh my God,
like...
it looks so awful still. What's up with that? First of all, let's bring it within exposure here. That looks more normal. You could get away with this, but if you look at the shadow on your nose, it's a very harsh shadow, very defined.
You're talking about this shadow, all this stuff.
On your
right
neck
here.
and your nose,
Yeah.
which could work under some circumstances, but I think with this natural daylight look, we want everything to be kind of soft. So I think we should change the Fresnel to a much bigger source.
Got it.
Looks good. But now, like I said, the diffusion cut out a lot of light, so you're still a little dark.
So you're still at the same lighting level that you were at before.
Exactly, still at 40%. So let's go ahead and brighten it up till you look a little more balanced with the background. And I'm kind of just moving it around to see where it looks best. So you can see the fall off of light a little brighter there, a little darker there.
So when you position this light, what are you looking for when you position it?
So I'm looking for a little bit of contrast on your face. I like a key light to kind of wrap around the face and use your cheekbone as a line. If you're looking straight to camera, you can see like, are the lights starting to fall off and create a shadow on your left cheek.
Yeah. Second thing that I'm seeing here too is that you're angling the light so it hits me, but it doesn't hit the background.
Exactly. I don't want it to hit the background because then the background will get too bright and ruin all the work that we did before. So this grid helps focus the light coming from this massive source, diffused source. So if I didn't have this on, it's splashing all over the background. And also, let's kind of like move this light around. You want to test out different positions and different heights to see where it looks best. The best position all depends on the look that you're going for, the type of feeling you want to create. The more off to the side it is, the more dramatic you're gonna look. If the more frontal it is, more beauty type of lighting it will be.
Now, before we move on, I want to talk to you real quick about Squarespace. Who knows that simplicity is often the best approach when it comes to making a portfolio? If I'm a director working for key creatives, I don't want to go through web page after web page after web page to find your work. I want it right there on the home page, just like all your favorite key creatives. Seriously, go look them up. They probably have a website like that. And guess what? Squarespace is actually kind enough to provide a page and dozens of templates that work in this exact way. Now, what's cool about these templates too is that when you are building your page, you can actually go click on this little icon and you will actually be able to see what your page looks like on a phone or a tablet, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but 90% of people are watching your website these days from your phone or their tablet, so you gotta watch out for that as well. Other than that, all you have to do is go to the webpage, click Start My Design, change over all the images to your own, and voila! You are now ready to start handing out business cards with a personalized domain on it. And if you are interested in starting to do this right away, which yes, you should be, head on over to squarespace.com/IndieMogul, and they will give you a free 14-day trial, as well as 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode, and now, back to the video.
It's looking nice. You're a lot more balanced to the background. The only thing is, you do have quite a shadow on your left side.
Our second tool is not going to be a film light because, as per common request, we're going to try to limit the gear. So, what else can we use?
On a shot like this, the frame is close enough that you can bring in a reflector and control the amount of shadow on your face.
We're going to use, you said the white side?
The white side is the softest. You have the same color as your key light, and it's also much softer than, say, a silver side, which would give you the same color, but be a little harder. So now we just need to mount it. This is a C-stand with a platypus clamp that you can, basically it's a clamp made for beadboards or reflectors or anything like that, where it just clips in there and
now it
hangs
holds
nicely.
If you do not have a C-stand or a platypus.
Honestly, the cheapest way would be to set up a chair and just like lean it on the chair. You can always do that.
Yes, absolutely.
But if you want to use other gear, I mean, there's like reflector holders, like the little adjustable arms that have little clips that you just put on a smaller stand or something like that. You can buy cheaper versions of these things that will hold a reflector.
I dig it. This is looking pretty good.
I think it's looking pretty good.
Now, if we wanted to add in a little hair light or something to let me separate from the background, might look a little lit because it already looks pretty nice and natural the way it's looking. But in that case, what else can we add to this frame?
So we could bring in one more light. It doesn't have to be an expensive light. So right now, you're actually popping out from the background just fine. But we can just add it in and see what it does. So if we put it on the same side as the key light, and the same side as the window, I'm gonna have it kind of a bright edge light that mimics sunlight coming in and actually hitting the back of your head. So yeah, to me, that totally looks like natural
It's this thing
daylight.
here that just got added.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it looks like it's an extension of the window now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're kind of augmenting the window light. So let's just move it to the other side to see what the difference in feeling is.
Oh man, Eric, I gotta be honest, it looks better on that side.
Really?
I think it does.
Because now you're
this-
augmenting the practical instead of the sunlight.
Yeah, and also this shoulder pops now,
Okay.
and my head has one more layer because it gets dark here, and then there's one more sheen before it falls off.
I think both look good. They're just different feels. So basically, you just decide which feels better to me.
Yeah, one of the things I've seen you use a lot is like neon lights and stuff like that too,
Yeah.
right?
I like neon because it adds a bright point in the background. Any like different brightnesses that you can add, like the practicals or neon or something like that, gives a little interest. Oh, look at that.
Ooh, look at this. You wanna try adding it?
Yeah. See what it looks like in that corner, maybe?
Oh yeah, totally.
Not bad. It looks a little crowded to me, like there's two things just kind of
Maybe I just
smushed
move that
together.
out and stick that here.
Actually, Ted, let's put it in the shelf.
You mean put it here?
To the right.
To the right?
A little more? Yeah, I like that because it's kind of dark in that corner. So that gives us a little pop.
Dude, it looks nice. Alrighty, Eric, you wanna give us a little vlog?
Oh, yeah. Welcome to my aunt's house. I'm unemployed. I need something to do. Please.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to Indie Mogul Vlog Edition at my aunt's house. I pulled out the neon thing. I got this picture that my friend drew. I got a plant. His name is Dumb Kane. And now I got a beautiful frame that I can shoot all my videos in. So, this is looking pretty good, dude. I'm pretty happy with it.
Great, me
Okay,
too.
first question. For people out there that are trying to set deck, what are other ways to decorate the background beyond practicals and plants?
Like anything that looks like a room, posters, pictures. In my experience, plants have been a major change in like adding a lot of color, they add life. Also the theme of your vlog, just going with that. So like if you are kind of an intellectual person talking about history or something, like have some history books.
Yeah, put some maps up on the wall
Yeah,
or something
exactly.
like that. Like literally anything you do, but try to pick things that decorate and actually tell the story of who you are. My second question, I think a lot of people at home, sometimes when they have their windows don't look as nice as the windows that are working on today. So what do you do if, for instance, in this shot, one of these windows, like the window on the side, is just blasting in like a beam of light? And it's
Okay.
just super ugly.
Yeah, if there's sun, if you're shooting at a time of day when there's just a big beam of sun blasting in and it's super overexposed, you could put up a white sheet to help diffuse that and get that softer look coming in from a window.
Yeah. Okay, so let me try to recreate that ugly beam of light. Oh, baby. That's so bright. Okay, all right. So, this setup right here is a setup that I see a lot of people shooting as well. They've got this crazy, super harsh light blasting in through the background like that. To fix something like this, Eric, what can we do?
So, I got a white sheet that we can put over the window to diffuse the light.
Gotcha.
Let's try that.
Literally, we're using what, a bed sheet?
A bed sheet.
It is literally a bed sheet. You can use this at home. If you have super harsh light coming in and you don't have curtains and you don't have a way to be able to diffuse it, or if you need the light to be able to raise kind of the overall ambience, this is kind of a super simple, easy way to do this. Looks great, dude, honestly.
Sweet.
So pretty. For people out there that have questions about how to be able to shoot stuff like this, or trying to set their own YouTube videos at home, can they bother you with questions?
Of course.
Nice. Where can they ask you questions?
I have a website, ericlombart.com. I've got YouTube and Instagram that are both my name, Eric Lombart, so ask away.
And likewise, if you have questions, leave them in the comments down below too. We're going to be there. Eric's going to be there as well. We can help answer some of those questions for you.
Also, thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Go over to squarespace.com/IndieMogul for a free 14-day trial, as well as 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
But other than that, Indie Mogul, there you have it. There's your episode. My name is Ted. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, we will catch you guys next time. Indie Mogul. Yeah, that's a little weird.
If you want a fire, maybe you could do a little fire effect.
Ah!
It's too hot.